Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivashikam Vitam Scha Om Jnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurava Bhistam Supurakam Guraganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta-veda Niplanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noemi Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Shailanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Banditam Shivaram Madeka Sharanam Yashishvara Sridharam Vanchakalpatarubhyas Chakripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahamaranyaya Krishna Prema Pranayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and this is chapter 20 of the Antya-lila, the Sikshastaka Prayers, and I'll start here, repeat a few verses, but text number 102. Ave Antya-lila ganer Korya Anubada Koile Pai Lila Rashwad. Now let me repeat all the pastimes of the Antya-lila, for if I do so, I shall taste the pastimes again. Pratama Parichede Rupera Dvitiya Milan Taramaje Duin Nata Kera Bidan Shravan. The first chapter describes how Rupa Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the second time and how the Lord heard his two dramas, Vidagdha Madhava and Lalita Madhava. Taramadye Shivanandas Sange Kurkuraila Prabhutare Krishna Kahanya Mukta Korila. That chapter also describes the incident of Shivananda Sen's dog, who was induced by Mahaprabhu to chant the holy name of Krishna and was thus liberated. Dvitiye Chota Haridase Korala Shikan Taramadye Shivananda Ascharya Darshan. The second chapter tells how the Lord instructively punished Junior Haridas, Chota Haridas. Also in that chapter is a description of the wonderful vision of Shivananda Sen. Tritiya Haridaser Mahima Prachanda Damodara Pandita Koila Prabhure Bhakyadanda. In the third chapter is a description of the forceful glories of Haridas Thakur. That chapter also mentions how Damodar Pandit spoke words of criticism to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhunam Diya Koila Brahmanda Mochan Haridas Korila Namer Mahima Stapan. The third chapter also tells how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered everyone by bestowing upon the universe the holy name of the Lord, and it describes how Haridas Thakur established the glories of the holy name by his practical example. Chaturte Shri Sanatanara Dvitiya Milan Deha Tyaga Hoite Tara Korila Rakan. The fourth chapter describes Sanatana Goswami's second visit with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and how the Lord saved him from committing suicide. Jaishtamasara Dupe Tare Goila Parikan Shakti Sanchariya Puna Pai Pataila Brindavan. The fourth chapter also tells how Sanatana Goswami was tested in the sunshine of Jaishtya, May, June, and was then empowered and sent back to Vrindavan. Panchame Pradyumna Mishre Prabhu Kripa Korila Raya Dwara Krishna Kata Tare Shanaila. The 5th chapter tells how the Lord showed his favor to Pradyumna Mishra and made him hear topics of Krishna from Ramananda Rai. Taramadye Bangala Kavir Nataka Upeka. Taramadye Bangala Kavir Nataka Upekana. Swarup Gosai Koila Vigraharer Mahimastapan. That chapter also describes how Swarup Damodar rejected the drama of a poet from Bengal and established the glories of the Lord, of the deity. Okay. Now we've heard all these pastimes one after the other while we were reading the Antya-lila. I'm not repeating all what happened in each chapter because each story is quite complete, so you just have to hear it, and if your memory is jarred by hearing this, very good, and you can remember the pastime. Otherwise, if someone's not familiar with the pastime, I suggest that they go back and read the respective chapters involved. Shaste Raghunatha Das Prabhure Milila Nityananda Gyaya Chira Mahotsava Koila. The 6th chapter describes how Raghunath Das Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and performed the Chira Doi festival, or here it says the Chip Rice festival, in accordance with Nityananda Prabhu's order. So Chira is here translated as chip rice. It could, in my observation, it's more like rice flakes, like corn flakes, like rice flakes it can be. Then soaked in milk, first washed in water and then soaked in milk, or soaked in yogurt, and that's in fact how they feed it to the devotees. The 6th chapter describes how Raghunath Das Goswami met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and performed the Chip Rice festival in accordance with Nityananda Prabhu's order. Damodar Swarup Thai Tare Samarpila Govardhan Shila Gunchamala Taridila. That chapter also tells how the Lord entrusted Raghunath Das Goswami to the care of Swarup Damodar and gave Raghunath Das the gift of a stone from Govardhan Hill and a Gunjamala garland of Gunjam. So Saptama Parichede Vallabha Bhattara Milan Nanamate Koilatara Garba Kandan. The 7th chapter tells how Mahaprabhu met Vallabha Bhatta and dismantled his false pride in various ways. Astame Ramachandra Purir Agaman Tarabaye Koila Prabhu Bhikka Sankochan. The 8th chapter describes the arrival of Ramachandra Puri and how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu minimized his eating due to fear of him. Navame Gopinatha Patanayaka Mochan Sri Jagat Tera Loka Prabhur Paila Darshan. In the 9th chapter is a description of how Gopinath Patanayaka was delivered and how the people of the 3 worlds were able to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dashame Kohilun Bhakta Datta Ashwadan Raghava Panditera Tahan Jalira Ad Sajan. In the 10th chapter, I have described how Mahaprabhu tasted the food given by his devotees, and I have also described the association of prasadam in the bags. In the 10th chapter, I have described how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tasted the food given by his devotees, and I have also described the assortment of prasadam in the bags of Raghava Pandit. Those bags were packed by his sister Damayanti that he brought from Bengal for Mahaprabhu. Taramadje, so Dashame Kohilan Bhakta Data Ashwadan, Raghava Panditera Tahan Jale Rasajan. Okay. Taramaje Govindera Koila Parikan. Taramaje Parimunda Nritya Ravanan. Also in that chapter is a description of how the Lord examined Govinda and how he danced in the temple. Ekadashe Haridas Thakur Der Niyana. Ekadashe Haridasa Thakur Nirjana Bhakta Vatsalya Chahan Dekaila Gora Bhagavan. The 11th chapter describes the disappearance of Haridas Thakur and how Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, showed his affection for his devotees. Dwarashe Jagananander, Thaila Bunjan, Nityananda Koila, Shivanandere, Jahdan. In the 12th chapter are descriptions of how Jaganananda Pandit broke a pot of oil and how Sri Nityananda Prabhu chastised Shivananda's sin. Trayodase Jaganananda Mathura Jai Di Aila Mahaprabhu Devadashir Gita Shunila. The 13th chapter tells how Jaganananda Pandit went to Mathura and returned, and how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chance heard a song sung by a Devadasi dancing girl. Raghunatha Bhattacharya Tahamilana Prabhu Tare Kripa Kori Pataila Brindavan. Also in the 13th chapter is an account of how Raghunath Bhatta met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who by his causeless mercy sent him to Vrindavan. Also in the 13th chapter is an account of how Raghunath Das met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who by his causeless mercy sent him to Vrindavan. Chaturdasi Divyanmara Ramba Varnan Sharir Aita Prabhur Mama Gela Brindavan. The 14th chapter describes the beginning of the Lord's spiritual trance, in which his body was at Jagannath Puri, but his mind was in Vrindavan. Taramadye Prabhur Simadhwari Patana Ashti Sandhi Tyaga Anubhaver Udgama. Also in that chapter is a description of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down in front of the Simadhwar gate of the Jagannath temple, his bones separated by the joints, and how various transcendental symptoms awakened in him. Chatak Parvadeki Prabhur Davan Taramade Prabhur Kichu Pralapa Varnan. Also in that chapter is a description of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran toward Chatak Parvat and spoke like a madman. Also in that chapter is a description of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran toward Chatak Parvat and spoke like a madman. And Chatak Parvat is a sand dune. Panchadas Parichede Ujjana Vilase Vrindavana Brahmajahan Korila Praveshe. In the 15th chapter is a description of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered a garden on the seashore and mistook it for Vrindavan. Taramadye Prabhur Panchendriya Akarshan Taramadye Korila Rase Krishna Anbeshan. Also in that chapter is a description of the attraction of Lord Chaitanya's 5 senses to Krishna and how he searched for Krishna in the rasa dance. Shodashe Kalidase Prabhu Kripa Korila Vaishnavu Chishta Kaibara Phala Dekaila. The 16th chapter tells how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his mercy to Kalidas and thus demonstrated the result of eating the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas. Okay. Shivanandar Balake Shloka Koraila Simadware Dware Prabhure Krishna Dekaila. It also describes how Shivananda sends, it also describes how Shivananda's son, it also describes how Shivananda's son composed a verse and how the doorkeeper of the Simadwar showed Krishna to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprashader Tahan Mahima Varnila Krishna Dharmamrita Vala Shloka Ashwadila Mahaprashader Tahan Mahima Varnila Krishna Dharamriter Vala Shloka Ashwadila. Also in that chapter, the glories of Mahaprasadam are explained, and a verse is tasted describing the effect of nectar from the lips of Krishna. Shaptadashe Gabi Madhye Prabhurapatan Karmakara Anubhaver Tahai Udgam. The 17th chapter recounts how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell among the cows and assumed the form of a tortoise as his ecstatic emotions awakened. Krishnara Shabdagune Prabhur Mana Akarshila Kastri Angate Shloker Arta Abheshekorila. That chapter also tells how the attributes of Krishna's sound attracted the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who then described in ecstasy the meaning of the Kastri Angate verse. Baba Sabhaye Puna Koila Pralapan Karnamrita Shloker Arta Koila Vivaran. The 17th chapter also tells how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, due to the conjunction of various ecstatic emotions, again began speaking like a madman and described in detail the meaning of a verse from the Krishna Karnamrita. Ashtadasa Parichede Samudre Patan Krishna Gopi Jalakeli Tahandarshan. In the 11th chapter is an account of how, in the 18th chapter is an account of how the Lord fell into the ocean and in ecstasy saw in a dream the pastimes of a water fight between Krishna and the gopis. Tahai Dekila Krishna Banya Bojan Jalia Utaila Prabhu Ailas Swat Bhavan. In that dream, Mahaprabhu saw Krishna's picnic in the forest. As Lord Chaitanya floated in the sea, a fisherman caught him, and then the Lord returned to his own residence. All this is recounted in the 18th chapter. Anabhimshe Bitke Prabhur Mukha Sangarshan Krishna Raviraha Swarte Pralapa Varnan. In the 19th chapter is a description of how Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rubbed his face against the walls and spoke like a madman because of separation from Krishna. The 19th chapter is a description of how Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rubbed his face against the walls and spoke like a madman because of separation from Krishna. Vasanda Rajanite Pushpodhyane Viharan Krishnara Sorabhya Shloker Arta Vivaran. That chapter also describes Krishna's wandering in a garden on a spring night, and it fully describes the meaning of a verse about the scent of Krishna's body. Bimsha Parichede Nija Sikshastaka Prayers Tara Arta Shwarila Prima Vishtahoya. The 20th chapter tells how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited his own 8 stanzas, or Sikshastaka, 8 stanzas of instruction, and tasted their meaning in ecstatic love. Balak Bhaktes Shikaite Je Sikshastaka Toila Say shloka ashtakara arta puna ashwadila. Bhakti shikaite jay shikashtaka kohila. Say shloka ashtakara arta puna ashwadila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu composed those 8 stanzas, the Sikshastaka, to instruct the devotees, but he also personally tasted their meaning. Mukya mukya lilararta korilun katan anubad hoite smare granta vivaran. I have thus repeated the principal pastimes and their meaning, for by such repetition one can remember the descriptions in the book. Ek ek paricheder kata anika prakar mukya mukya kahilun kata najai bistar. In every chapter there are various topics, but I have repeated only those that are principal, for not all of them could be described again. A Radha Saha Shri Madana Mohan, Shri Radha Saha Shri Govinda Charan, Shri Radha Saha Srila Shri Gopinath, Shri Teen Thakur Hoy Godi Jarahat. Okay, I made a mistake there. Shri Radha Saha Shri Madana Mohan, Shri Radha Saha Shri Govinda Charan, Shri Radha Saha Srila Shri Gopinath, 18 Thakur, Hoy Godiar Nath. Okay. The Vrindavan deities of Madan Mohan was Srimati Radharani, Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Radha Gopinath, are the life and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So the Madan Mohan deities are the Sambandha deities of Sanatana Goswami. The Radha Govinda deities are the Abhideya deities of Srila Rupa Goswami. And then you have Shri Radha Gopinath, and those are the deities of Prayojan, which is, love of Godhead, the goal of life. The Vrindavan deities of Madan Mohan was Srimati Radharani, Govinda was Srimati Radharani, and Gopinath was Srimati Radharani, are the life and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, let me get this. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Juta Nityananda, Sri Advaita Charya, Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Swarup, Sri Rupa, Sri Sanatan, Sri Guru, Sri Raghunath, Sri Jiva Charan, Nija Shire Doriye, Sabaracharan, Jahoite Hoy Sabanshita Puran. So that my desires may be fulfilled, I place the lotus feet of these personalities on my head. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, and their devotees, as well as Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Rupa Goswami, and Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, who is my spiritual master, and Srila Jiva Goswami. So that my desires may be fulfilled, I place the lotus feet of these personalities on my head. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya and their devotees, as well as Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Rupa Goswami, or Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, who is my spiritual master, and Srila Jiva Goswami. Sabar Chanana Kripa Guru Upadhyayi Moravani Sishyatari Bahuta Nachayi. The mercy of their lotus feet is my spiritual master. The mercy of their lotus feet is my spiritual master, and my words are my disciples, whom I have already made dance in various postures. Oh, pardon me. The mercy of their lotus feet is my spiritual master, and my words are my disciples who I have made dance in various ways. Okay. So that my desires may be fulfilled, I place the lotus feet of these personalities on my head. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Sri Nityananda, Advaita Acharya and their devotees, as well as Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunathdas Goswami, who is my spiritual master, and Sri Lajiva Goswami. The mercy of their lotus feet is my spiritual master, and my words are my disciples, whom I have made dance in various ways. Sishyara Shamadeki Guru Nachana Rakila Kripana Nachai Bani Basya Rohila. Sing the fatigue of the disciples. The spiritual master has stopped making them dance. And because that mercy no longer makes them dance, my words now sit silently. Sing the fatigue of the disciples. The spiritual master has stopped making them dance. And because that mercy no longer makes them dance, my words now sit silently. Anipuna bani apane nachite na jane jata na chaila nachi korila vishrame. My inexperienced words do not know how to dance by themselves. The mercy of the Guru made them dance as much as possible, and now after dancing they have taken rest. Sab Shrota Ganer Kore Chanana Bandhan, Jasabar Chanana Kripa, Shubera Karan. I now worship the lotus feet of all my readers, for by the mercy of their lotus feet there is all good fortune. Chaitanya Charitamrita Jai Jan Shune. Tara Charan Dunya Karana Muipane. If one hears the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, I wash his lotus feet and drink the water. If one hears the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, I wash his lotus feet and drink the water. Shrotara Pararenu Karun Mastaka Bhushan Tomare Amrita Pile Safala Hoila Shram. I decorate my head with the dust of the lotus feet of my audience. Now you have all drunk this nectar, and therefore my labor is successful. Shri Rupa Raghunath Parijaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Charitram Amritam Etat Srila Chaitanya Vishnu Shubhadam Ashubha Nashi Shradayas Varayedyaha Tad Amulapara Padme Bringatam Etya Sayam Rasayati Rasam Uchai Prema Madvika Puram Charitam Amritam Etat Srila Chaitanya Vishnu Shubhadam Ashubha Nashi Shradaya Vadayedyaha Tat Amulapara Padme Bringatam Etya Soyam Rasayati Rasamuchai Prema Madvika Puram. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is filled with the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. It invokes all good fortune and destroys everything inauspicious. If one tastes the nectar of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita with faith and love, I become like a bumblebee tasting the honey of transcendental love from his lotus feet. Shriman Madan Gopal Govinda Deva Tushtaye Chaitanyar Pitam Ashtvetchach Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shriman Madana Gopala Govinda Deva Tushtaye Chaitanyar Pitam Ashtvetach Chaitanya Charitamritam. Since this book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is now complete, having been written for the satisfaction of the most opulent deities, Madan Mohanji and Govindaji, let it be offered at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev. Parimala Vasita Bhuvanam Shva Rason Madita Rasagya Rolabam Giridhara Charanam Bojam Kaha Kalu Rasika Samhate Hatam. Realized devotees are like bumblebees, maddened by their own rasas or by their own mellows at Krishna's lotus feet. The scent of those lotus feet perfumes the entire world. Who is the realized soul that could give them up? Shake Shin Vagni Vanendo Jaiste Vrindavan Nantare Surya He Shita Pancham Yam Granto Yam Purnatam Gata. In Vrindavan in the year 1537, Shakabda era, AD 1615. In Vrindavan in the year 1537, Shakabda era, AD 1615, in the month of Jaistha, May, June, on Sunday, the 5th day of the waning moon, this Chaitanya Charitamrita has been completed. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, 20th chapter, describing the meaning of the Sikshastaka and how the Lord tasted it himself. End of the Antya-lila. So, pardon me? Madan Mohan and Govinda. Govinda's in Jaipur. Madan Mohan, I don't know exactly where Madan Mohan deities are. There's a new temple of Sanatana Goswami. There's an old one and a new temple. There are deities in that new temple of their Madan Mohan temple, but I don't believe the original deities are there. They must be somewhere in Rajasthan, probably. I'm not sure. And then in Gopinath, I can't really say. I'm not so sure. So anyway, we finished the Chaitanya Charitamrita today. We'll sing. Today is Ekadasi, but we'll sing Hari Haraya now. And tomorrow I'll start with the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Okay. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimati Sudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimati Sudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhatta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhatta Raghunath Sri Diva Gopala Bhatta Rata Raghunath Sri Diva Gopala Bhatta Rata Raghunath Hey Jai Goswami Tara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajaka Charyashta Tara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sunanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jivagopal Bhattadasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jayom Vishnupad Vishvavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayom Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Brinda Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Shri Purushottamadam Ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju Ki Jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Sri Nrsingadev Ki Jai. Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Karasi Upavas Ki Jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Shri Kartik Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Damodar Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Niyama Seva Ki Jai. Shri Urja Vrata Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.